How do you respond to the logistics of what the staff were saying about approving credit cards and all of that?
Well, like I said, I mean, when it really comes down to it, it's about the process more than, I mean, it's just a matter of, once again, for lack of a better term, figuring it out. I mean, yes, credit cards are convenient. This day and age, they're used a lot more. But one of the things I think, it's just too much of the stuff is done constantly, like, say, last minute and things like that, where if it's kind of planned for a little bit more ahead, you probably don't have to use a credit card all the time. So that's kind of what I just rather see them used a lot less. That's kind of the bottom line for me.
It seemed like the staff who spoke are not against accountability.
Yep.
They're
Seemed like, yeah.
they just need to figure out a different process.
Yeah, I mean, and we
And
wanted,
that's what everybody wants.
Yeah, exactly. So we kind of wanted to get something down, you know, and then if, you know, can we tweak it later? Yes. Was that really the idea? Not, you know, obviously no, but it's not something we're against.
I'll see you next time.
Hey, good to see you.
Okay, right.
So, but yeah, I mean, you know, like I said, I mean, it was mentioned things like computers and furnaces. Okay, yeah, those are emergencies, and it was actually in there as, you know, something
Yeah.
for an emergency. But I mean, there might be better ways we could look at to, you know, like they were saying, buying coffee cream or sugar. I mean, does that necessarily always have to go on a credit card? I mean, once again, you know, maybe if we planned a little better, you know, we could utilize them less. That's kind of what we're getting down to. Just because, like Trustee Jones had said, you know, we're seeing it after the fact.
Right.
So we're kind of stuck. I mean, it was done. And there are a lot of things that are on there that we feel shouldn't be.
And the credit card is one that passed, right?
No, that was tabled, if I remember correctly. That was the one that was tabled.
I thought the events one was tabled, but the credit card passed. But I gotta.
Well, yeah, I'll have to double check. There were so many. It's like, you know,
I know.
Yeah, exactly. It was kind of crazy, but yeah. So I mean, that's like I said. The ultimate goal here was just to get some accountability, some little more transparency. I mean, it's like every week I'm saying things on an older. You know, somebody. I had just got a list of a credit card statement from 2023. And there was stuff on there. I mean, I had voted no for it, luckily, but there was just stuff on there that's like, no, this shouldn't be some of the expenditures. I just don't feel should have been on there.
Yeah.
So that's kind of basically where we're at, you know, and that's why we say if we kind of put some limits on it, it'll hopefully bring a little more accountability. I mean, like I said, that's the ultimate goal.
Is it fair to say you're trying to clip her wings?
I mean, to an extent, yeah. I mean, just like I said, yeah, with the
'Cause
spending.
is she using credit cards or just department heads?
Well, I mean, personally, I really don't know, but it's the administration will use them, you know. So, I mean,
She might have somebody order something.
correct, yeah. You know, once again, it's like kind of that thing, you know, when you want to be the leader of something, regardless, you have to take accountability for it. You know, just because I tell you to go out and buy me something, still, I'm the one that's responsible because I told you, or I should be, you know, feel I'm responsible because I asked you to do it. So, yeah. But the basic, clipping the wings, I don't know. Yeah, I consider that, you know, just bring some accountability. I think that's a good way to put it.
Do you know what the deal is with Trustee Gray Everett?
No, I
coming in
really
and
don't.
out?
No. I have no idea what that was all about. No.
And do you know where Jerry Jones was?
No, I'm
For
not
adjournment?
sure. No, I'm not sure what he got up and left out. No, I'm not sure.
Was he in the closed session?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
So he just
And-
didn't make it back for adjournment?
Yeah, and Trustee Darlene was actually in there for about a couple minutes and then left again from there.
In the
as
closed
well.
session?
Yes.
Oh,
So she was still here. I don't know what that was about. Still present, and then she came in and then left at that, too. So I have no idea what
okay.
that's about. But it's about the process, not the,
Right.
you know, same could be said with the contractors. It's like, we get it. Yes, they've done work, and they should be paid, but a lot of these contractors never came through the board to begin with.
Right.
So, you know, you get into that, you know, once again, yeah. I mean, we've got so many employees.
And you asked the same question about Keith Price, too.
Yeah, well, I was just going to say, so there's a lot of employees here that haven't come through the board, and it's like, oh, yeah, I work in this department. And it's like, I've never seen you.
So what should the process be? Is it any township employee or anybody
Anybody on the general
department
fund.
head?
Anybody on the general fund side. General assistants, the supervisor gets to hire there without board approval. But anybody on general fund side should come through the board. And that's
So like
what-
you should be seeing resumes and job applications, or does the supervisor recommend somebody? and
It's
then-
basically like, so the person would be recommended. Generally, there's like a data sheet, name, title, compensation, things like that. And then if we generally want more information, we would ask, but usually it's mainly the basics. Like I said, we don't, what they're going to be doing, how much they're going to be getting paid, things like that. We don't necessarily see a whole, say, file on them. Like we necessarily don't see the job application say, it's usually available. But we've had so many people just come through, haven't even gone through any process whatsoever, which obviously is a problem. And it's just constant though, unfortunately. And that's why I brought up, like you said with Mr. Price, it's like, I mean, if because he was on the general assistant side.
Right.
That's fine. Like I said, she could do that. But if he's now
Is he still doing that job too?
my understanding is no, but I'm not sure, to be honest with you. So, but yeah, coming on, if he's seeing delicate information on the general fund side, that's never come through the board. I mean, to me, that's not a good thing, So.
Did you approve Keith Freeman, or how did he get
If I
that job?
remember correctly, because we're going back a little bit, I believe he did come through the board, if I remember correctly, yeah. Yes.
So he was one of her first hires then.
Correct, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, yes, he did come through the board.
All right.
Yeah. So, but yeah, just.
Thank you, Trustee Gonzalez.
You're welcome. Yeah, I know.
Walk out with them.
Alright,
Real
folks.
moving.
Yeah.
Well, it's up to
They're
you.
making us leave.
Meeting is over. I know, right? I know. Ain't that something?
Real quick, so if you want to
Yeah, take your time.
About tonight.
Like 3 hours, like
Oh my God.
With the Lansing Journal.
Yeah, I was
He
working.
has the smallest bladder.
So it's okay if some things I say no comment if I don't want to comment?
He has to go
It's okay.
for an hour without stopping.
How do you feel? It seemed like a very tense. You really had to stand your ground.
Well, it was tense, but I feel good.
Yeah.
I feel good, yeah. What we're doing is important.
Yeah. It seems like you've found your voice.
Yes. It was in there somewhere deep, very deep, but yes.
Do you feel like you're making progress? Like the board is making progress?
Well, I don't know. This is just the beginning, so we have a lot of implementation to do, so hopefully we are, but only time will tell.
All right. Anything you want to say to residents of Thornton Township?
No, I'm for the residents, and we're doing our best to make sure things are right in Thornton Township.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.